Hi, everybody, and welcome to TWF Main Event. And today on Main Event, we have Gail Kim. First off, Gail Kim said the reason I'm here is number one, I think that I'm owed one more title opportunity against Charlotte Flair for the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship. Number two, everybody in the Toy Wrestling Federation has kept this quiet up until now, but apparently there's this new Oriental woman, this new Asian Japanese female wrestler named Asuka, who is apparently is a pre-order and she won't be here until mid-December. Now, I have heard so many stories about this Kara or Asuka or whatever you want to call her. How she was in various different independent wrestling promotions in Japan and the United States. And some people have actually said that if we ever wrestled, she'd beat me. Now, so far, she has won multiple belts in different wrestling promotions. I can't go through and list them all. She's the current NXT Women's Heavyweight Champion in WWE. She has been undefeated for a year and a half. I can't think of any female wrestler who went into WWE and stayed undefeated that long, at least in development, you know. So, Asuka, I want to tell you that when you show up, I want to have my first match with you. Now, I know some of you people are going to say, but Gil, you can't have a match with Asuka. She isn't here yet in action figure form. And you also, by the way, Gil, she's held the NXT Women's Heavyweight Championship longer than you were, and combined longer than all your 6 reigns as TNA Knockouts Heavyweight Champion, or your one-time WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship run. Oh yeah. You see, when I started out in 2000, when I was first wrestling in the Apocalypse Wrestling Federation, she wasn't even wrestling yet. When I finally came to World Wrestling Entertainment, yeah, I was a big deal. Because up until then, the only 3 Oriental wrestlers that ever held the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship was Lotto Otomo and Bull Nakano. Okay? Granted, they didn't win it when they debuted. Okay? But mine only went for about a month and a half, and then I lost it, and that was the end of that. So then I went to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, and then I went to Toe Non-Stop Action Wrestling, and then I started winning the TNA Knockouts Heavyweight Championship, whatever. She was already building up a reputation already. Then I go back to World Wrestling Entertainment. Things don't quite go the way it go. So I go back to Toe Non-Stop Action Wrestling, start building my reputation up, win the TNA Knockouts Heavyweight Championship multiple times again after that. Hall of Fame. So, Asuka, I give you congratulations on being the undefeated NXT Women's Heavyweight Champion in WWE. That we should have a match. Now, on to... Excuse me, were you talking about me, Gil? Because you started lammering on about Asuka. She's not even here, Gil. She's not in action figure form, not in doll form. She's not even here in stick figure, not here in whatever, statue form, figurine form. And you actually want to have a match with her. I don't care about Asuka because let's just face facts. When Asuka gets brought up to the main roster, either to Raw, I will crush her. Okay? If she went to SmackDown, whatever. First off, Gail Kim says, you know what, Charlotte Flair, I'll give you credit. Being a 3-time WWE Women's Heavyweight Champion, that's a big achievement, okay? Since that belt was brought back for the 4th time. Yeah, I was retired on 3 different occasions. Okay? But don't sit there and say you would have beat her. Yeah, granted you were a former NXT Women's Heavyweight Champion. Granted you were a former WWE Divas Heavyweight Champion before it became the WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Championship. But I want a return match with you. No, you don't want a return match with me. And hey, if you want to get to the champ, you gotta go for me. Shut up, Angelina Love. All you are is just Charlotte Flair's lackey. And since we don't got Dana Brooke, you had to do. Oh, you better shut your mouth. I'm her student, her pupil, her protege, her apprentice, and I'm learning how it is. You're learning how it is, right? You're a 6-time TNA Knockouts Women's Heavyweight, a 6-time TNA Knockouts Heavyweight Champion, okay? You were a leader of the Beautiful People faction, both heel and faced it. So you're going to tell me you're going to take orders from Charlotte Flair. I want my title match. You owe me that, Charlotte Flair, because I don't care what you got to say, Angelina Love. Look, Gail, if you want one more opportunity against me, you got to earn it. Yeah, you got to earn it. But fight me. Oh, what is this now? Bulk and Skull, and then Skull repeats the last thing that Bulk says? Is that what this is? Shut up, Angelina. I don't need echo. By the way, you're on. You got your title match with me, Gail. But remember, a WWE woman, or in this case, WWE woman, or WWE superstar will always beat a TNA knockout. Get in with the time scale. TNA should stop calling them knockouts. Well, apparently, Gail Kim doesn't have any control over what TNA is calling their the women wrestlers. And we're going to find out, we're going to find out, I just heard from Nikki Bella, who is the general manager of the TWF Women's Division, that she did okay the match. So, okay, now let's see if we get a referee. Where are you at? Oh, here we go. Wonderful. He's gone again. You know, I don't got time for this. I don't know where you put him at. Someone says, bring in the fist. Where's the referee at? I don't know. We put him on the pin somewhere. Now he's out of the direction. Now Xander Harris has to be the referee again. Well, this is the number 1 contendership match for the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship. And if Gail Kim can beat Angelina Love, then she'll get her return match for Charlotte Flair's TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship match. And what are you doing here? What am I doing here? I'm surveying my queendom. Okay? Gail thinks she's a shit, but she's not. Yeah! You get her, Angelina. Well, do you want to comment on the fact that Angelina comes off more as a stooge or a lackey or a fluky or a henchwoman than as a student or a pupil or apprentice or a protege? She's my friend. She's my student. I'm teaching her how it is. Okay? She came into the Toy Wrestling Federation. She got a couple of victories. She won a TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship several times. But unfortunately, the beautiful people weren't here to back her up, you know. And she came to me and she said, Charlotte, I need how to learn to be in the Toy Wrestling Federation. Oh, but you're not doing very well either, Charlotte Flair. I mean, you haven't been in the Toy Federation that long, and you think you mastered it all. Wait a minute. Gail Kim coming back and drop kicking down Angelina Love. Come on, Angelina, beat her. Jeez. And Gail Kim is a Hall of Famer. Really? Charlotte Flair says. But then again, TNA doesn't got really too many people they can put in their Hall of Fame. So anyone could claim Hall of Fame status. You know, wait a minute. And Gail Kim coming back. The drop kicks. Some more drop kicks. A clothesline. Yep, what a shame. This is the same woman who becomes a 6-time TNA Knockouts heavyweight champion, then has to vacate because of injury. So, yeah. Try to make her act like she was AJ Lee at one point. Oh, another one. Another clothesline. Hey, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's what you do it. You want me to do it? Take her down, Angelina. Oh. And Angelina Love, basically also known as Angel Williams during her first stint in WWE when she was in Deep South Wrestling. Coming down. Oh, she come down, crushing down on Gail Kim. Will she do it? Moved out of the way. Eat the feet. No. Don't eat the feet. No. 1, 2. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner and the new #1 contender to the TWF Women's Heavyweight Championship, Gail Kim. No. How can that person? He's got one eye. But how is he supposed to make the pin? Oh. Natural selection. Oh. She put the figure 8 on Gail Kim. Put the figure 8 on her. Jerk. Put the figure 8 on her. Oh, this is real nice. This is real nice. And wait a minute, it's Madison Rayne, one of Gail Kim's old friends, and they're out of here. And helped her up to her feet. But regardless of Charlotte Flair attacking Gail Kim after the match, it doesn't change the fact that Gail Kim is the #1 contender. Doesn't change that fact. And it would have been AJ Lee, but we don't know where and dig her out. And that's all the time we got here, folks. All the time we got here for TW. All the time we have here. All the time we got here, folks, for TWF main event. We hope you enjoyed main event, and we'll, see you tomorrow for TWF's Impact Wrestling.